Hello there guys, and I'm here to review the new film Incredibles 2. Yes, does it annoy anyone else that it's just called Incredibles 2? What happened to the? I think it's especially weird because it doesn't, because the word Incredibles starts with a vowel. Like, I think if it started with a consonant, you know, it wouldn't be that noticeable that it hasn't got a the in the title, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, it's been 14 years, and yeah, I was a little kid when the first film came out, and I mean, yeah, and a lot of the actors have, you know, gotten much older, and you know, like, I found like a lot of the actors in this, like including Violet, like the actress who does the voice of Violet, are about 30 years older than their characters are meant to be in the film. Like, seriously. But yeah, this film takes place exactly where the first film left off, where they have the Underminer fight, and basically superheroes are still illegal, and this like company, DevTech, run by like brother and sister Winston and Evelyn Deavor, and they want like to have them have a camera on them while they're fighting crime, and so that people can see their perceptions and they're not just causing damage. And you know, I mean, and I was always yeah, but it was always more Bob, Mr. Incredible, who wanted to go back into doing superheroes, you know, and I was always on his side, you know. I mean, I think that people should be like grateful that, I mean, he saved them, not because not get mad about them causing damage. And I mean, so the plan is to have them like film it so people can see it from their perspective, and they make Elastigirl do it instead of Bob, and Bob has to like stay at home and take care of the kids and stuff. And Elastigirl's like fighting, got a new suit as well, and basically fighting like this new super villain called the Screenslaver, and won't give away much about it. And I thought this movie was very good. I mean, there's sort of part of me that wishes this had came out when I was a little kid as well. But yeah, really great film. I mean, like the action scenes, you know, were really great for an animated film. I thought the fights were very creative, and I loved how they used their powers. And I loved there was a bit where Frozone, you know, the guy who freezes stuff, he was like fighting this guy who had like fire powers, and you know, he shot fire at him, and then Frozone shot like the ice at him. That was a really cool scene. And I really like Frozone's character in this. I mean, he was great in the first one, but we get more of him in this. And he's just such a great character in this. He's really cool, and you know, because he freezes stuff. And yeah, I think he's a great friend to the family, and yeah. And you know, we have the baby Jack. We get to see more of his powers, and we get to see like the powers at the end of the first film, and also like some that were shown in like the Jack attack shot, and also they have like their interview bit, which is like the interview in Jack attack, and the way that Rick Dicker wipes the guy's memory is just the same as in the Jack attack shot. And I thought that was really cool, because I mean, I feel like probably a lot less people have seen that than the actual film. And yeah, speaking of like Rick Dicker, like, it's a different actor who does the voice, because the original actor Bud Lucky died. And I have to say, like, Bud Lucky has got to be the most 50s American sounding name ever. You know, like Bud Lucky. Yeah, like it's the same voice of Violet, and it's a different voice of Dash though, and yeah, and I think the new kid who does the voice of Dash is very good at it. I think with the new actor for Rick Dicker, you can kind of tell it's a different person. And yeah, I said like a lot of the actors are like old in this, like a lot of the actors are like 30 years older than their characters are, including the voice of Violet. But I guess because like Brad Bird is old, and I guess casting older people, makes more sense. You wouldn't really do in a live action movie, even though now you can have like CGI to make people look younger, but yeah. And also, Brad Bird is the voice of Edna Mode, who's the costume designer, and yeah, and she's really good in this film. I love like her taking care of Jack the baby. How at first she's like, "I am not a baby person, I am an artist," and then later on she's like, "Oh, cute." Yeah, that was really funny, and I really liked, of course, Bob and Helen, aka Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. I mean, you can really feel Bob's struggles with the baby's new powers, and yeah, and I never really realized this until like the new film was coming out, is that like they never found out that the baby had powers, cause like only like Syndrome did, and he was up in the sky, and then he died, so they wouldn't have known that. It's so weird, because like the first one came out when I was so young, and like I never realized that that the parents never found out. I mean, and Kari the babysitter found out in the Jack attack shot that she got her mind wiped, but yeah, and I love he's trying to teach Dash maths, Dash's maths homework, and he calls it math because he's American, and he's like, why would they change math? Math is math. Math is math. It was brilliant. And I think some of the comedy in it is just great as well. I mean, so yeah, really great film. It's just come out in cinemas in the UK, so please go and see it. It's been out in America for much longer. It probably still is in cinemas in America. So yeah, go see it if you haven't already. It's a great film, and hopefully one day they'll make maybe an Incredibles 3. Maybe another 14 years, I don't know. So yeah, bye.